Hi, everyone. We had to go with white because we've run out of Merlot.
Yeah!
No more Marlowe, baby.
Oh my God.
And the reason why I didn't tell you what I was going to do is because I wanted that reaction.
And with that, folks, welcome to the 2017-2018 season. Oh boy. Welcome to Teal Tech Live. Oh my God. Oh man. It's we're just shooting the tonight and doing our what we normally would do before or at the end of our previous shows is bold predictions, and well, we forgot to do that. So nonetheless, if you want to be a part of the show, by all means use the hashtag TealTownUSA or follow us on Twitter at TealTownUSA. Also, of course, as always, you can join us in the YouTube chat on the page or on the app. And by all means, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Twitter page. Follow us there. Hit us on our Facebook page. You get all of us, and you will like it. With us tonight, besides Mr. Strong, is my fellow Nacho, Gentry Alexander. What's up, bud?
Nothing much. I'm asleep. I'm very restless right now. It's like Christmas Eve right now for me because something amazing happens tomorrow, and hopefully it doesn't involve Nolan Patrick getting his very first goal.
Yes, yes. And of course, joining us as well is Mr. AJ Strong. What's up, buddy?
You know what's going on?
What's up?
Just waiting for the season, baby. Just waiting for the
That's right.
season.
We are unofficially 24 hours and 3 minutes away from the puck drop for the Sharks' 27th season in the National Hockey League. And as always, we like to do our bold predictions before every season. So, to spare no expense, I shall start with Mr. Alexander for his first bold prediction. Lay it on us, bud.
Bold prediction. This is going to be very bold. Are you ready for this? NHL, NBC, the rest of you out there who just discovered hockey recently because of the whole White House incident. Are you ready for this?
Oh boy.
The
Go ahead.
Pittsburgh Penguins will not three-peat. And Auntie Miami will be the reason why.
Oh! Well, I thought you were stepping out on a ledge there to start that, and then you reeled it back in. All right, I like it.
I know, all right. All right. AJ, what you thinking, bud? Well, for your first one.
First bold. I'm gonna go. I'm thinking either Heed or Ryan get a good look by Thanksgiving because DeMello isn't making it.
Oh, all right. All right. And as for me, I say Timo Meyer has a 25 goal season.
Ooh.
He's never cracked 20 in his career, but sure, why not?
Why not, eh? All right. Now, I'm not sure if Hockey Jerk's joining us, but I did remember he had some in there. So he's finishing up dinner, so I'll spare his in the meantime. Let's go to
Let's go to the chat. Mike Nevis saying his third bold prediction is the Sharks miss the playoffs this year. What say you guys?
oof. I think they still get in.
I mean, I say they get in, but they'll be out in the first round like last year. I don't think they did enough on the offseason. I mean, our defensive core is still mostly intact, but I don't think they did enough in the offseason to kind of make up for Merlot's 27 goal output. So unless a certain winger who costs us $4 million can step up, yeah, I don't think the Sharks will advance that far. in the
I think
postseason.
I think the Sharks make the playoffs, but I think they make it as a wild card.
All right. Okay, moving onward. So let's see what else we got going in the chat. Sharks won't. Tracy Kelbaugh. Sharks won't miss if Bodker and Hurdle step up, and we keep a healthy team. Yeah, I would say if those two can get their game going, then I think they'll be okay.
No, I agree.
All right. So next bold prediction, Mr. Alexander.
My bold prediction. This is very bold. Very bold. I think I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but
You get hate? Never.
yeah. Are you guys ready?
Okay.
The Nashville Predators won't even qualify for a playoff spot this season.
Ooh, now that is bold.
Sorry. Pekka didn't do it during the regular season. They got hot at the right time, much like the Sharks did the year before. But there's too many inconsistencies with that team, and one of their major top four defensemen is going to be out long term. I just don't think that Pekka can step up. So Nashville won't qualify for the playoffs.
Mr. Strong, your thoughts?
I hate to say this. I hate to put this out there. Thornton's knee starts to become an issue, and with the money that they have with cap space and looking at the end of Thornton's line, the Sharks end up getting Tavares and look to say see you later to Thornton.
So, Gentry says his thing. AJ says his thing. I'm going to say the Winnipeg Jets will make it to the second round of the playoffs this year.
Bold prediction, 12 years in a row.
And then it's going to be an all-in Western Conference final with the Winnipeg Jets and the Minnesota Wild.
Oh my God.
That's what that would just make Puck-Guy go yeah.
Oh, that is just so wrong. That's so wrong. Well, let me ask you guys. What the heck was that?
I have no idea.
Was that on your side?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Oh boy, you guys are already partying. We haven't even started the season yet. And you guys are already honking horns. Really, unbelievable. All right. Well, in this sense, let's get your Sharks prediction, or as I like to pronounce it. On June 1st, 2018, the Sharks are doing what?
The Sharks are drafting in the top 5.
So they're gonna make the playoffs, but have a top 5 pick.
Yeah, because they're going to trade away their first rounder they're going to trade Thornton to somebody.
Oh, and get a first round pick out of that.
Yep.
And that team will miss the playoffs.
No one is trading a first rounder to get a Joe Thornton on one leg.
I'm going to say this.
You never know.
Colorado trying to reach the cap floor?
Nah, I honestly think it's going to be, Islanders. Because Garth Snow is on that special type of snow, if you know what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. AJ, June 1st, 2018, the San Jose Sharks are
watching the Stanley Cup final from their couches.
All right. As we bring in Hockey Jerk, as he's joined us, Mr. Jerk, good evening, sir.
Hello.
Hello. We'll get to some of your individual bold predictions in just a moment, but I'll ask you this one off the top. June 1st, 2018, the San Jose Sharks are doing...
They are preparing for the 2018 NHL entry draft.
You three are such ignorant sluts. Oh my God.
I just have a hard time believing this team is a Stanley Cup contender when on paper they're worse than they were 2 years ago.
But Arizona being legit is completely believable.
when you consider 2 years ago that at the All-Star break they were in the playoffs, that's not
Yes.
a totally ridiculous prediction.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Fight me, AJ. Fight me, AJ.
Let's
Where are they now, bitches?
let's also remember, wasn't the top three, and someone refresh my memory, wasn't Vancouver, Arizona, and San Jose like the top three, like halfway through the 2015-16 season? I remember Vancouver was hanging in there early on.
I just remember Vancouver early in that season, like being in a playoff spot, but they had started the season with like 4 straight overtime losses.
Right.
Yeah,
Something
that was
ridiculous.
yeah, that was a part of it, is that they had like the oh my god, their OT was
Yeah.
God, did they pick up a shit? They had like
They had a
more
boatload of
charity
overtime
points
losses.
than like the next 2 teams combined. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Well, and that's why it was for them. It was so close for so long because they had like 18 overtime losses or something totally stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike.
In other words, go to the 3-point system.
Yeah. No,
Been saying that
seriously.
forever. Either 3 points or, you get 2 for winning and nothing for a loss. I don't care how you lose.
Mike Nevis in the chat. June 18th, the Sharks are watching Patty raise the cup.
Ooh.
June 18th.
Wow.
It's a little late, but okay.
Steve Cropper in the chat. Jerk question: is the jerk name because he's not nice and serves up hockey like a soda jerk? Latecomer to the show.
It's both. As you can
two
see,
things can be equally true.
Yes, as you can see by my avatar, I do run the jerk store, and I know Mike Neves will love that one. Yes, I am the hockey jerk. I'm not just a hockey jerk, the hockey jerk.
In
Teal
fact,
Town
most
USA.
people call him Mr. Jerk.
Teal Town USA's hockey jerk.
That's right. Oh.
Hey, now.
Did someone say, "Hey now"?
All right. So let's get you caught up, Mr. Jerk. Your first bold prediction is
Mikhail Bodker is going to score 24.9 goals this year.
Now, is that 0.1 of a percentage is because it's going to be one that's going to be called back by an offsides review?
It's that decision is like 90% influenced by my lifelong duty in pissing off and annoying AJ. I'm sure next time he and I are on a show together and it comes up, I'm sure the amount of goals Bodker is going to score will have changed in my eyes again.
Hey, he's looked good in the preseason.
He has. He's, I mean, among guys who I would argue had a secured roster spot, he was probably the best player.
right. I completely
Mike
agree.
Mike Nevis says we are all hockey jerk, and I agree 100%.
Wow.
Let's all remember though too. We've seen too many times where a player catches fire in October and November, and his name ends up on the All-Star ballot, and by the time the votes have been cast, he's already gone off a cliff.
Yeah, you're right.
So we could see Bodker off to a tear. He gets, picks up 10 goals in the first 25 games, and then we'll see what happens.
So AJ, I have a idea for a Teal Town USA article that I would be happy to sell to you.
Sell.
No, but like in all seriousness, like I think that's a really good point, and I think it would be curious to see like pre and post All-Star game the statistical outputs for every player who went.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's not bad. Probably should have told me that offline. Now somebody's going to take it, but sure, why not?
Not unless I write it first. My debut article on Teal Town USA.
Nice. Nice. All right. So let's keep things moving along here. Mr. Alexander, for your third and final bold prediction.
Third and final bold prediction. No one's going to like me for this, but I'm going to say that the Dallas Stars will win the Stanley Cup.
That's not far-fetched.
Beating in the Stanley Cup final the Carolina Hurricane.
Okay, now you're high.
I thought he was going to say the Capitals. To be honest with you,
No, I would have said Capitals or
no, because the
Carolina?
Capitals. No, because the Capitals will lose in the second round to the Carolina Hurricane.
to Toronto.
Right. Oh my gosh! Wow. Well,
And
will be improved with Darling and Net. Go ahead. Sorry, Jim.
and the in the or not the Vezina, but the Conn Smythe winner for Dallas will be Ben Bishop.
Providing his entire groin doesn't fall out first.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
Yeah,
Mr. Strong?
Groin could fall out tomorrow. You never know.
If the groin was playing football, would it be called Groinkowski?
Oh boy.
Oh, that pun.
Thank you.
All right, bye, Eric.
AJ, your thoughts. Your final bold prediction.
Final bold prediction. After seeing how poorly it looks on TV, because the first 3 rows of all the seats around the glass are empty, the Sharks close the BMW lounge by Thanksgiving. I'm kidding. Of course, my bold prediction: Ovechkin gets traded this season.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm depending on where he goes, I'm down because for fantasy reasons.
Yes, we will briefly talk about the league Gentry and I are in a little bit, just because he is a 3-time fantasy champion.
Stanley Cup champ.
The question is, though, 3-time Stanley Keg champ, and that's cool. But is he back to back Stanley Keg champ?
The first 2 years. The first 2 years.
Okay.
He's
all right.
3-4.
See, the key is you want to get that fantasy dynasty. You got to have consistency. You want to start winning kegs as many years as possible.
Do you have the keg?
Oh yeah, it's in the back right here.
Show it off, dude.
All right, hold on. Let me
mute yourself, and then there you go. So, Mr. Jerk, your next bold prediction.
Based on the level of play of Tim Heed, Joachim Ryan, and Radim Shimmick, I think Dylan DeMello will overstay his welcome in San Jose, and he will not see it to the end of the year.
And you have to come up with another one because that was my first prediction.
My second bold prediction. Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to interrupt myself. That's a cool keg.
Yeah, there you go. There's a Stanley keg with the Smokes Poutineery logo.
Beer, stickers and stuff like that on there. I got Bear Republic. I got one that says "Good beer brings good cheer." It's pretty badass. The Smokes Poutine, the Racer 5, Goon Squad.
Perhaps if Puck Guy actually drank beer, he might have a better chance of winning that.
Yeah. But I've won that 9 times.
Back to you,
Tracy says in the chat their prediction is that Vegas will get their own goal horn. I'm not entirely sure. They've made it this far using ours. Why not just finish the season with it?
If you think about it, though, this is genius. This is really genius. If they were to switch their goal horn to a different team's every game, and if they switched their goal song to a different team's goal song every game, that would be perfect. Because what is Vegas? I mean, there's a little mini New York City there. There's a little mini Paris there. They just take and just make it smaller. So you take the horn, but you don't play it as long as you play it a little bit lower in volume. You play the song a little bit shorter, a little bit lower in volume, but you still play you just swipe everybody else's stuff. I mean, look at what's the thing at the top of the strip that looks like the Space Needle stratosphere. That's a rip off of the Space Needle. I mean, that's all you need to do, really.
Question, AJ, total kind of off topic, but kind of not. Can you do the rest of the show with a cigarette in your mouth? Because you look really cool.
How about I can go with a pen? I can't do it. Perhaps I can do it. Maybe I can come up with a cigarette. We'll see. You know what? I had to start this broadcast with white wine because we're out of Marlowe.
Oh God! See, here's the thing: is that I had a pitch for Vegas and their whole thing. First,
Yes.
their entrance music. This was epic. This was just like with our CSI inspired, opening to this. They come out to "Who are you?" Because most of everybody in that fan base has no idea what any hockey players are on their roster.
Sure, I thought it would be great if they just came out to like that stripper song. Oh! Sorry, guys. I have in the background. I have the Yankees Twins game going on, and the Yankees catcher just took one right off the twig and berries. And in fact, it was all berries, no twig, and it hurt so much. The pitcher just like stuck his face in his glove and like almost puked. Oh, dude. No matter how this game ends, and right now the Yanks are up 7-4 on the Twins' top 6. But wow, that's going to be on the top 10, perhaps the top 2.
Ooh. I thought you were just really excited about your comeback there.
No. It had nothing to do with that, dude. When you see one take when you guys see a guy take 100-mile-an-hour ball off the stones, man, it makes you say something.
Oh God!
And probably in a falsetto voice at that.
Yeah.
Ooh. So anyway, what were we talking about?
Vegas.
Las
Vegas' lack of an identity in the arena because they spent all their money clearly on their Twitter account.
That and their T-Mobile sponsorship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I'm telling you, it'd be great because let's be honest, after a season or two, the majority of there's going to be more opposing team fans there than Vegas fans because it's going to be people that came in from out of town to enjoy.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, it's one of the reasons why, besides betting, gambling, whatever you want to call it, it's one of the primary reasons Vegas has never had a professional team, man, because that's where you go to party. It's a tourist town. It's not a sports town.
Yeah, that's true. And if Derek Carr keeps pulling a Romo and keeps getting injured, I don't think the Raiders are gonna be moving.
Well, they're moving, but we're not going anywhere.
I thought this was a hockey vodcast. What happened?
Okay, all right. CD Dangle in the chat saying, how much cap space does the Sharks have right now? It is 5.7 according to Cap Friendly. Do they take a stab at someone late in the year if they are not scoring? Hell to the yeah. You might see it happen even sooner. If Ward doesn't have a bounce-back season this year, if Bacher doesn't have a bounce-back season this year, hell, if Hurdle doesn't get through the season playing well, you can see any three of those guys on the way out of town and have that, almost $6 million of cap space to try to figure out something.
Plus something else to consider too. Every day in the regular season that you are beneath the salary cap, it adds more cap space for the trade deadline day. So if the Sharks can hold on to this much cap space for a good chunk of the season, then they could really make a push for somebody at the deadline.
Absolutely. And who knows?
So now here's another here's another segment that let's do the hypotheticals here. So the Sharks, let's say they are in the playoff hunt, for sure, by trade deadline day. Who is your trade target? A realistic trade target, not we're going to go after Tavares, we're going to give up this and this, but realistically, who do you see the Sharks?
I also have
Yarmir Yager.
No. Yarmir Yager will be lucky if he's still freaking walking by the trade deadline.
Oh, here I got one for you. Who has more points by Christmas, Yarmir Yager or Mikhail Bodker?
Ooh.
I would say they're tied at a solid 18.
I'm glad we got this recorded just so we can refer back to it down the road.
Recorded, dude. I'm going to make an article out of this.
To add to your question, Gentry, I would like to see if the Sharks are in trouble at the trade deadline. Keep in mind, in trouble, but still have a realistic chance at doing some damage in the playoffs. I would like them to go after James Neal. And here's why. Because, he's a pending UFA, so Vegas is more likely to trade him if they're not doing so well. He has scored, I believe, like 22 goals at least in every season he's played in the NHL. So he's got a goal-scoring pedigree there.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also, he's a very physical player too. And at least from what I've heard the last 2 or 3 years, and I think it's why we've seen guys like Haley in the lineup, where the Sharks aren't really physical enough. They have a lot of smaller guys, who kind of get knocked off the puck. And I think that's why you saw guys like Haley, guys like even Bullock and Mashinter get as long a looks as they have, is because the Sharks aren't one of the most physical teams in the league. I think, of course, this is hypothetical. I think James Neal, if he is a trade deadline rental for the Sharks, I think he would check a lot of boxes for the team.
Can we do a couple quick questions from the chat?
Yeah, sure.
How long do you think Goodrow stays up with the Sharks? And and this is from Rick Massey. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Actually, I really don't care if I'm pronouncing it right, but no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But he also puts so much Bodker hate. Dude, can you tell me he hasn't earned it? I mean, I'm just saying. But anyway, how long do you think Goodrow stays up with the Sharks? I think until Sorensen makes it an issue that he can't be denied.
There you go. Though I agree with you on that. I think if there's somebody just going crazy with the Barracuda, that they are just making it too much of an issue for them to pass up to bring up. And if they have goal scoring woes, I mean, look what, the second that they had goal scoring woes, they were bringing up Timo Meier last year. And then, Kevin LeBanc. So they're going to be looking. So that's not far-fetched at all.
For me, I think it's Goodrow will stay probably until, depending on his performance, mid-November.
The way we keep talking, man, this is going to look like an entirely different team by Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
The fire sale begins November 1st.
Dude, like, it's going to be Black Friday. Everything must go.
Something else to consider, too, is depending on how the season goes, we may be seeing a lot of Barclay Goodrow, especially towards the end, when you consider that July 1, Joel Ward and Yannick Hansen are UFAs.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
It's funny. There's been all the talk about okay, I'm sorry. With regards to the nut tweet that we just or the slam in the Yankee game, our lovely friend Christine at C Pearl 17. Yep, C Pearl, just making sure. C Pearl 17 just tweeted me the shot, which I've retweeted. So on my timeline at AJ_strong, I did for those of you who'd like to see a guy take a fastball off the stones. There you go. I don't know what the hell we were talking about.
Pay attention, we're doing a show.
Dude, I got so many things going on right now.
He's too busy. He's too busy trying to look cool with his indoor sunglasses. Give him a break.
I love these things, man. They're so great. I'm just like, yeah, buddy.
Oh my god.
Hey now. So Christine is actually Skylar on here. Wow, geez, can you guys all like just use the same name so it'll make me feel better? What were we talking about?
Oh my god!
I just read some.
We're talking about Goodrow, but aside from that, what was the problem?
Okay, sorry. I just want to read some news. Speaking of the Golden Knights, they have assigned Vadim Shipachyov, who's supposed to be their first-line center, and Alex Tuch and defenseman Shea Theodore to the Chicago Wolves.
Shut up. Are you serious?
Yep, it was just posted on their Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah.
No way.
Although I think it.
Yeah, that's right.
Although I have to think because, and it seems like the Vegas Golden Knights are the team I watched most in preseason somehow. I almost have to think that that's, and to use one of those buzzwords that the CBA haters love, a paper transaction. Because all three of those guys looked like studs in the preseason, so there's no way they shouldn't be in the NHL, especially Shipachyov, who's 29.
Yeah.
Where are they at on cap friendly right now? I'm really
They have
curious.
about 5 or so million from what I'm looking at.
So it's not like it's a cap issue, right? Or is it just the number of players they have at the moment?
I think right now it's also due to the fact that they currently have 10 defensemen on the roster,
Yeah.
And then they still, I don't know if David Clarkson's and Mikhail Grabowski's cap hit is going to come off of that. But yeah, I don't know what to say. That's shocking to me.
And Gentry brings up a really good point too, because Clarkson and Grabowski cannot be put on LTIR until I believe the first day of the regular season, which is tomorrow. So I think once those guys are on LTIR and once Vegas, within the next 2-3 days, whenever their first game is, forces a defenseman trade, then I think those guys will be back. I think it's just because, if they don't do this, then they obviously won't be at a 23-man roster. So I think Gentry brings up a good point with the LTIR and the wealth of defensemen they have.
Hey, would you like to know what we were talking about before I forgot? Because I remembered.
Shoot it.
I think Hockey Jerk had brought something up about a realistic person you go after before the deadline.
It was me.
Gentry brought that up.
Okay, you guys are both jerks in my book, so it's all right.
Wow.
But yeah. So,
but hockey jerks, there's a difference.
Yes.
Okay.
Anytime, hey Gentry, anytime you want the keys to the account, you just let me know.
I'm down.
Okay. And it looks like, getting back to Vegas, it looks like they have 3 goaltenders since they picked up Malcolm Subban off waivers today from the Bruins.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, so Vegas, I don't think there's any cause for alarm. I think all 3 of those guys will be back, especially because all 3 of them have looked really good.
I think there's a trade coming. That's my idea.
There has to be. They, like you said, they have 10 NHL defensemen.
And honestly, Shea Theodore deserves to be on their top 4. So
yeah, exactly. Why not go with the youth?
Yeah.
Hey, does anybody know who the hell does hockey for the USA Today?
No.
Probably nobody good because they all went to the Athletic.
Nice. No. Did you guys see what they put the standings at? What their predictions were?
No, but please tell us.
Dude,
let me
they're
guess.
glorious. No, they had the Oilers finishing first, which I have myself. They had the Ducks finishing second, which I don't dispute. Flames finishing third. I don't have a problem with that. Then the next 3 teams are the Kings, then the Coyotes, then the Sharks.
Yeah, reverse those and you got it right.
This is what I was thinking. I'm like, who the hell? But of course, they also have the Jets out of a playoff spot too, which I know obviously upsets Eric.
And they have the Nordiques winning the Stanley Cup.
Well, and no, that's actually a good point that you brought up. I think if the Winnipeg Jets can get good goaltending, I think they're going to be top 3 in the Central.
Yeah.
Above the Preds and the Wild. I mean, fighting with them like
above the Wild for sure. Predators is a different story, but above the Wild.
What about the Stars? What about the Stars and the Blues?
Stars are one injury away from being irrelevant again, and I have the Blues missing the playoffs.
Ooh.
Well, and how do you feel about the Blackhawks then?
The Blackhawks are bad, and they should feel bad because this 3-year long reunion tour that they've been on, where they've been getting all their old guys, is clearly not working.
I'm going to say this, though, is that they don't even need spectacular goaltending with the Winnipeg Jets. They don't need spectacular. They just need mediocre, and they haven't even gotten that over the past couple of years. All they need is just about league average, and I think that they're in a playoff spot because they've got a pretty solid defensive core, but where they really shine is their offense. You know, that top six is just ridiculous. So I can see them. I can see them maybe getting into the top three in the Central, if their goaltending is just at all mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's the thing is what I don't understand is, Connor Hellebuck has one season where he goes through some rookie struggles, which is very normal and almost expected, and the fans want him traded, but yet they dealt with 6 years of the crappy goaltending of Andre Pavlik, I don't know, Eric. You're our resident Jets fans. You tell us.
Oh my God! I make one prediction that the Jets will upset the Ducks, and suddenly I'm like the biggest Jets fan in Northern California.
It's not even
one prediction. One.
Yes, one. What other ones did I make?
That Minnesota would make it to the Western Conference Final.
No.
Yeah, I
well, that's not
that
at the time though. That wasn't a totally ridiculous prediction.
No,
Okay,
it wasn't. Thank you.
You know what we need to do? We just need to put out the just kind of the word, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on here, Facebook. We need to bring somebody on just head of research that, like, when somebody says something out of that seemed completely plausible at the time, but 3 years later sounds like they're an idiot. We need to have that person pull the tape.
Wait, I thought that's why I was here right now.
Oh, okay. Well, then what did Eric actually say?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
You'll have to let me do some research, and I'd be happy to get back to you.
There you go.
All
Do
right.
we trade DeMello or Heed or Ryan, as we have about 4 potential sixth D men?
I think. Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, I think it has to do with what the team that you want to dance with, what they need, and you start from there. I mean, if somebody says, what we really need is a sixth defenseman, then you talk to them. See what they'll give you.
Well, and that's the thing is, I could see the argument that there is a pressure to trade DeMello or Heed, but you have to remember that Paul Martin is only on the team for at most 2 more years, and even though he signed a long-term contract at the time, I don't think Brendan Dillon signed that contract to be on the third pair.
Well, I don't think the Sharks signed him to that contract expecting him to be on the third pair. If you look at the vast majority of teams on Cap Friendly, you'd be hard-pressed to find another team that is paying a fifth defenseman Dillon money. And that's one of the reasons why I've had a little bit of the Dillon haterade in my system for a while. Hell of a nice guy, but I pay you to play hockey, not be nice, and you're making a little too much money for what you're bringing to the team. Sorry.
Well, if I remember correctly, they brought him in because they needed somebody to play alongside of Brent Burns that season. That was the season that we shall all forget. But it was mostly, it's like they needed a defensive partner for Brent Burns, and they thought, oh well, he's a shutdown physical guy. He'll complement Burns quite well,
as opposed to Daddy. Yes.
Yeah. Can we call him Demers? As everybody keeps mispronouncing his names, and what was it? I just remember one Florida game I was watching, and Demers scored a goal. It's Demers, his first of the season. I was like, that's. You're forever stuck as Demers.
I mean, I'd be more than happy if they can, if they could find a way to move Dillon. And
you would probably you'd had
Yoki Ryan is also a left-handed shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So there you go. I mean, you put Ryan and Heed together, or Ryan and DeMello together. I mean, there you go,
Or
and you
or
can.
Ryan and Burns together.
Okay, I'll take that too. Geez, if you could get Martin and Dylan off this squad, and I mean, providing that Heed and Ryan are ready to take that step, absolutely, dude. I mean, that frees up, dude. Frees up almost $7 million. You can move both of those guys, but still, like, again, my point being, and this is a point that I've made more than a few times, and I know some people like to bag on me for it, so bag away at me, send me your hate tweets at AJ_strong. But you look at the money that the Sharks have had to spend on defensemen, right? I mean, look at the defensemen they have. They drafted two out of the okay, DeMello was a draft, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Three. Who did we just Schlemko? So up until last season, two out of the six defensemen were actually drafted versus having to be, bought, like Burns or Martin or Dylan, right? If they could just draft and develop, and I liken it similar to kind of like the San Francisco Giants in that if you look at their infield, everybody in their infield is homegrown, came up through the system, they drafted really well. But for some reason in the outfield, they can't draft to save their lives. They have to buy everybody who's in the outfield. And it's kind of the same thing with the Sharks when it comes to defense, that if they could just figure out a way to bring up good, draft and develop really good defensive guys, imagine how much money you could save at that point, and then you could put with the forwards. That would be awesome. I mean, because let's be honest, dude, we got Vlasic for a fucking song for the last 5 years.
There's swear jar number 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a quarter in.
But you see what I'm saying, though. It's like the fact that we had Vlasic for a song for a while. Imagine if we had actually drafted Brent Burns, which the Sharks could have done.
Well, if you want to get technical, the Sharks do still have Vlasic for a song for this year.
Well, for this year, yeah. But you know what I'm saying. All right.
She's biting his lip as we speak.
All right. What are we talking about here? What are we looking at?
Well, it's no secret I work for Slaveway, but starting tomorrow there's going to be a massive promotion, and all of a sudden you guys will be rooting for Rooster Trick. The Sharks and the Safeway are working side by side for you get some entries into a $1 million sign up and win contest. It's if you've seen many of the broadcasts either on Sportsnet or TSN up in Canada, it's pretty much a similar thing. If a player scores a hat trick and your entry is selected, you win $100,000. If they score 4 goals in a game or a rooster trick and your entry is selected, you win $1 million.
No, nobody's going to be winning any money anytime soon.
I was going to say chances of that happening about the same as me being in the BMW lounge tomorrow night.
Chances of that happening are me being the next general and managers of the Quebec Nordiques.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. You're a 3-time fantasy hockey champion.
That is true.
I say that with love because I play fantasy hockey too, brother.
And I'm gonna say this. I think that makes me overqualified to be a GM for the Sharks because you have to, not draft well.
Oh wow.
Pow. As Ryan Johansson would say.
It's funny because it's true.
Oh man. Well, we're having fun here. If you're just joining us, we're itching to talk hockey. So it's yours truly, AJ Gentry and Hockey Jerk. Oh, what?
Dude, Nick Stella with his bold prediction. Jumbo gets 4 goals in a game and gets traded.
Oh, Nick, that's so true.
So, question for the 2 other fantasy hockey players in here.
Yes, sir.
I assume you guys already had your draft?
Yes.
Yep.
Who did you guys pick with your first round pick?
McDavid.
No, we weren't that lucky. Go ahead, Jen. Who did you have?
I had the third pick overall, and I went with Burns because defense wins championships, and it hasn't failed me yet.
That's true.
Very nice.
I fucked up though because with my second pick I took Niemi.
Oh.
Did you call your team the Epic Five Holes?
No,
Oh,
I went with the epic a-holes.
hey. Oh, jeez. I took Jamie Benn.
Nice. I picked 9th overall, and I got Nikita Kucherov.
Nice.
Ooh.
Good
See,
pick.
I could have gotten Patrick Kane, but he's too inconsistent, and he doesn't have Panarin on his wing anymore, so he's kind of useless.
I think he'll be fine.
He'll be fine, but it's like scoring defenseman. That's like a premium, or that's like very rare. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go defense. But then in the second round, I got Vladimir Tarasenko, so I'm not really hurt.
Nice. Well, and that's the thing is Kane doesn't have Artemi Panarin anymore, which means he'll only score 80 points this year.
Yeah. But I did, you know what? But later in the round, I did get Alexander Wenberg, so I'm gonna get all those Panarin points regardless.
I was gonna say that's a nice, I guess, risky or chance pick. I had a couple of those on my team as well.
Before you guys all nod off, who did you take in your fantasy team? Post it in the chat right now.
Seriously, do it. Let's see. I got Jamie Benn, Austin Matthews, Patrick
For
Laine.
fuck's sake.
Add another one to the swear jar.
But I also dropped Max Domi for Tyler Yamamoto.
Interesting.
You know, the first round
I
pick
mean,
the Bucks should have taken.
if he pans out, I think it's a solid kind of high risk, high reward pick. But I mean, I still see him going back to Spokane.
What's the deal with the Yamaha Mama? What's the deal with this guy that everybody keeps talking about him? The Sharks should have taken him. Who did the Sharks take?
Josh Norris.
Oh, there's good news.
And his little troll that they're in
Yes.
University of Michigan this year.
What?
We drafted a guy in the first round who carries around a troll.
Oh, dude, I totally thought you were talking about Cinder Joe. My bad.
Mm.
I kid. Come on, it's preseason, guys. I kid.
Oh boy.
He doesn't watch this.
I apparently I had a theme with my draft because I drafted a lot of Alexes. Alex Ovechkin, Alexander Wenberg, Alexander Radulov.
Well, let me ask you this: what's your last name?
Touche.
I know.
I will say this.
All my Alexes live in Texas.
Actually, I did live in Texas at one point. And it was horrible.
Well, there's your fantasy team there, buddy.
No, we're going 90s themed this year, so I called mine the Daft Punks.
Very nice.
I like all my Alexes live in Texas. That's better.
There were a couple guys on my team who I would definitely classify as like, wow, how did I get that guy as low as I did? Like I picked up Nick Backstrom in like I think the second or third round, and I got Victor Hedman, finalist for the Norris Trophy, in the 4th round.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sleepy Mofo in the chat. I drafted 5th and picked up San Ramon's favorite son, Austin Matthews. Yes. And then he went on to say, we didn't draft Norris. We drafted just for the troll. Norris came along with the troll. Yes.
Will the troll be raised to the rafters?
So I'm going to bounce out. Can somebody text me when we get off the fantasy shit?
Gosh. And there's another one.
All right. So back to my original question before we went off the rails, because this is just how we.
Well, I think like 20 minutes ago, Puck Guy asked me what my second bold prediction was, and then AJ made me change it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, what's your? Did you do all 3 of yours, Jared?
No.
I said 2, but AJ said I had to change one because it was the same as somebody else's. So
Yeah, mine.
Right. So I will say my new second bold prediction is that Peter DeBoer will not learn his lesson from last year, and Aaron Dell will start less than or equal to 20 games.
I don't feel like that's bold. I think that's completely reasonable. I think it would be bold if you're like, oh, Dell's going to get like 25 starts this season. Then I would be like, whoa, that is bold.
Uh-oh. Mom's here, guys. Everybody put away your...
Dick jokes.
Oh!
Rocket.
Why? Like,
Yeah.
what else? What else should you put away?
Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. You want bold fucking predictions? Rocket just came in here to school all of us.
Oh, okay.
I thought mine that the Dallas Stars winning the Stanley Cup over the Carolina Hurricanes was super bold. So
That's more than bold. That's out of this world.
That's a choice.
I thought saying Ovechkin would get traded this season. I thought.
All right, let's go with Hockey Jerk's last bold prediction or his second revised, and then we'll go with Rockets 3.
Bold prediction. Brent Burns is not a finalist for the Norris Trophy.
For fantasy, he better be.
Nick Stella says he wants a room tour from AJ.
I beg your pardon? oh, my room. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? I'm like, does he think I'm in like the VIP at the Shark Tank or something? No.
Wish it had that much memorabilia.
Oh man, words are hard, aren't they?
Yeah.
Before we go any further, can we just get into how spectacular this is? I mean, like really.
Yes.
This is
Dude.
just like the most. This
That
is
was
just
awesome.
the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
I like it all because it accurately represents us in so many ways. But I'm going to say this. I don't have that many Boyle jerseys. I only have 2.
Yeah, but that was the,
I know, but it's
I don't
true.
always bang on the power play drum, but I'm still holding a pair of sticks, baby.
I love
I
that
just
they're-
wish
I love the fact that they're all boiled jerseys.
Yes.
Yes.
I just wish that AJ's character had the Stanley Cup final teal stripe in it.
Yes. Yes.
What?
Remember when you dyed your hair teal for the cup final?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Remember that monumental life-changing thing I did? No.
What?
It wasn't life-changing to me, but okay.
I don't know. Some people are very particular about their hairstyle. I know for one.
I've
I
seen
get
you
a
in person,
Snapchat-
and I know you are not particular about it at all.
I was gonna say I get a Snapchat from Puck Guy about every 12 days that he got a haircut.
Damn.
12 days. My God, no.
No, I'm just busting your balls.
More like 4 or 5 weeks. The thing isn't growing as long as it used to. Dang it.
What are we talking about?
He was talking about my Snapchat, apparently.
If you say so.
So
Okay.
back to fantasy hockey.
Oh, God.
Let's go.
Anywho, so your final bold prediction, Mr. Jerk.
I already said it. Brent Burns isn't in the
that's
final
right.
3 for the North.
My bad. Excellent. Interesting.
As long as he gets me 25 goals and about like 40 assists, I'll be fine with that.
Hey, dude, I know how vital the defenseman scoring is. I'm with you there.
Yeah. But anywho, let's go with the lovely Miss Rocket. What are your 3 bold predictions and just destroy us all?
Okay, so my first bold prediction is that they're going to put in like a certified Tim Hortons coffee stand at SAP Center. Yeah. And it'll be $7 for watered down shitty coffee instead of $5.
9.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think the bold prediction is that it's going to be that cheap.
No, because it's still shitty watered down coffee. I mean, they're probably just going to bring in a K cup from Canada, and do it that way. That's how shitty and cheap it is. It's not even like espresso. It's crappy coffee. Second bold prediction is that Paul Martin's beard is not going to last the entire season. He's gonna try and just not gonna be able to hang. And then my third
That's what
bold,
happens when you get too much burrito in it.
right? Or not enough burrito. Dried out, fell off. If you had to put some guacamole in it, maybe it would have conditioned it, kept it soft. It's natural oils.
By the way, if you want to send all of the guacamole in the world to Puck Guy, I will list his address in the comments on.
Trucks and trucks of spoiled avocados backing up into his driveway. He doesn't look good.
You forget Puck Guy works at a grocery store. He's triggered.
Oh my god, when they're making the fresh guacamole at my store, it's just nasty.
Aw.
How can you say you're from California?
Oh.
Hey, dude, I feel the same. Well, I don't mind, but they're not. I'm not as enamored with them as everybody else is. Like, I couldn't just cut one in half and eat it and be like,
Okay, no more guac squawk. Let's get back into
Right.
hockey.
So my third bold prediction. My third bold prediction is that Goodrow still stays in the doghouse and all of this is bullshit. Nope. He's still on Peach shit list. That's my bold prediction.
We're just having fun, folks.
Everyone's like,
It'll be better tomorrow. We promise.
I tuned in for this crap. Gosh, unsubscribe.
What else did you have, dude? What else did you have? You had a meaningless playoff.
Sorry,
well,
guys.
not meaningless, but you had a baseball playoff game. Really, you'd rather talk hockey with us.
That's true. Very true.
Yeah, you all
And produce, apparently.
Yes. Oh, by the way, Twins, it was 3-0.
Of course, produce. We're a bunch of fruits.
Wait, what?
And then, of course, that one vegetable who will not be named.
Oh, you mean pineapple? That's just disgusting.
I don't know. I like
No. Are we? This is how every last pre-season show begins. We start talking about food, and eventually we get to ask about pizzas and all that fun stuff.
Because we like triggering ourselves, all right?
That's very, very true.
In a world full of darkness and despair, you can always turn to us to bring to the lighter side of hockey, produce, and fantasy.
In these troubled times.
I have another bold prediction.
Uh-oh.
I say that Teal Town USA Studio East will be ready to go by Saturday.
Yeah, it should be. I like legitimately do. You guys, all I need is a chair. Like, I'm just missing a chair.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Gentry's Variety Hour podcast will be available next week.
Yay!
Don't forget, late night at 3 a.m. Eastern. It's Jersey Jargon with Puck Guy.
It will be about like 20 minutes long. It's just going to be me saying like how great my fantasy team is and how the rest of the league sucks.
You know, I'm scared to say that might actually be true, what he talks about, if he does something like that. And on Jersey Jargon tomorrow night, well, actually, I'll go to bed and then wake up for it.
I just pictured Jersey Jargon. It's like 25 minutes of Puck Guy being like, okay, so if you see the striping on here, it's a half an inch thinner than the striping over here.
Yeah, it's just screenshots of all of the graphics of jerseys that he's working on.
See this one less orange stripe right here that was included. It kept the weight down just enough for the Sharks to make it to the Stanley Cup final.
Oh, it's so true.
That's why I'm laughing so hard, because it's so freaking true. Oh man!
See, we're getting all the we're breaking the rails right now, so we can stay on it more when hockey season starts. This is our off season. This is our pre-season show.
That's right. Yes. No. If if you only knew the Jersey talk that we actually go through with all these folks,
You can write a fan fiction about it and call 50 Shades of Teal, and it would just be Eric going, "Oh my."
Do you guys think it looks better in 4/16 or 3/16 or 7/16? Which is better?
Which Teal should we go? Should we go 4.456E or
Yeah.
4.456? D.
Screw you guys. I'm
Exactly.
going home. Screw you guys.
You know what? And this would be the legit time that we could say blame Canada for all of this.
That's true. But more and more that AJ keeps mentioning Cartman.
Dude,
Is that
Chiva
me?
Chiva just lit you up on the chat, dude.
Oh gosh, let's see. Is it true that CJ classes, sweet ass jerseys 101? I would love that job.
It's a 16 credit class.
Hell yeah, I would love that job.
Half a
especially
credit
after
for
the
each
day
team,
I had
including the
today.
Nordiques.
If you come into it with hockey with his original design for the San Jose State hockey jerseys, he'll just give you an instant passing grade.
I wouldn't like
And-
that.
And if you bring a Teal Town USA shirt on the first day, he will sign it for you.
Yay! But if you bring him a Teal Town USA flag, he will not iron it for you.
No.
Oh my god.
I have a question for the chat. Of the 21, 22 people watching, who is all going to the game tomorrow?
Yes, we would love to hear that.
Who doing it? Who doing it? Hey now.
Present.
See you at the Sharks Foundation kiosk before the game and during the first intermission.
Absolutely.
Chester Chivo says bonus. Chester Chivo says bonus credit for watching Wheel of Fortune.
Oh,
His episode-
And knowing how to bake a pie.
Right.
No, the first day that he needs a substitute, that's what the sub will put on is his Wheel of Fortune episode.
Yes, there you go.
Baking a pie?
Baking a pie.
Well, you had 3 seconds left, but yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that's going to be a year next Wednesday that aired the first time. That's crazy. Let's see. Jessica's going. Felix is growing.
Growing. They're growing.
Going.
Oh my.
10 million strong and growing.
Oh man, Nick Stella in the chat. Oh boy, that's gonna. No,
Oh.
we'll be here all night if I'm gonna answer that question.
No, you have to tune in at
CD,
3 a.m. Eastern for Jersey Jargon to find out.
CD Dangle in the chat. How much did tickets go up this year? Well, it all depends on where you sit, my friend. If you sat in, say, the last few rows of the upper deck, tickets went up like a buck a game, 50 cents, something like that. If you sit like within the first 3 rows of the glass, well, tickets went up like 450%. But remember, that comes with access to an exclusive club that has free food, free drink, free parking, and a semi-private entrance.
Semi-private.
Who remembers when you could sit in the upper deck, but like lower in the upper deck for like $14?
Yep, right here.
Yep.
Oh, those were the days.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, this is the other thing. Sleepy Mofo saying, good idea to wait until the 11th hour and then wait to buy Sharks tickets off of StubHub. Maybe or maybe not, because now with the new digital ticketing and the way that the Sharks have really tried to, they're trying to control.
Sorry, Chester in the chat. Puckeye won $50K and still can't afford glass seats. That's how much they win.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
Dude, I want.
Area of the country where if you make $1 million, what is it? Was it $150,000 a year to $1 million a year? Like you still can't afford to live here.
Yeah, no, dude, I want that on a T-shirt. 50 Puck Guy 150K still can't afford that. That's fucking great. So anyway, back to the StubHub thing. Yeah, because the Sharks, the way that they're controlling the tickets now, because they don't allow you to print your own tickets, you have to do ticket transfer, and everything's digital now. It is, from what I've seen, talking to Sharks season ticket holders on various social media platforms and whatnot, that putting tickets up on StubHub now is now a royal pain in the ass when it used to be like super easy. And fans would actually be able to get back a little bit of their money. Now, a lot of these people, the other problem too is that the Sharks have established a floor that they will not allow season ticket holders to sell their tickets less than, and if they do, the Sharks have the right to withdraw their season tickets from them. So it's kind of messed up in that regard. Like you can still use StubHub, but the selection that was once there is not going to be there.
See, now what I did, and this was for that rookie game that they played against the Ducks. Friend of the show, Cheryl, had like 12,000 tickets to that thing.
She did.
So she literally sent me a screenshot of one of her tickets and DM'd it to me, and it worked perfectly.
Yeah, well, see, that's the whole thing. Is if you're selling to people that you know and trust, you can literally, have them Venmo you or PayPal, whatever your preferred method is, and then they can literally just text you a screenshot of the digital ticket. That works. But, I'm talking about for, just the average Joe who doesn't have a network of people that regularly buy tickets from them that, for some reason, say it's 2:00 on a Tuesday and the Sharks play that night, something comes up, they can't go. At least they should have the opportunity to throw them up on StubHub or something and try to at least get back part of the, at least half of their money to get it back. But instead, it's like, nope, we've established this floor, you can't go beneath it, and so.
I feel like there's ways around that. I mean, that's why you have social media, right? Like, let's say I didn't know Eric, and Eric throws up a tweet, hey, I got these 2 tickets for sale, and me not knowing Eric, I'm like, oh, dude, I would love to buy those tickets. Let's meet here, and I can give you the physical cash, and then you can transfer it to me or something like that.
Yeah, no, that I get. But again, I go back to the one of the season ticket holders that I actually spoke with literally brought up the problem that something came up with work. He couldn't go, and the reason why he couldn't go is because he couldn't leave work. And so it's not like he can find somebody to drive to his work, bring him cash or whatever. It's that type of a thing. If it's a case of you've got 4 tickets under your account and you're using 2 of them, and then you have 2 other ones, and you can sit there and put up a deal like, oh, meet me because I'm already going to the game. Sure, that's one thing, but for a guy who just has 2 tickets and can't use it, it's just it's hopefully we're going to find out a little bit more information about this later in the week, but I'm interested to see how the Sharks are going to handle it, because I have seen more than a few fans say that, you talk about how upset they are about this, and that they're looking that this is going to be their final season of being a season ticket holder. But then again, of course, how many times have we seen something else change? Ramenda's gone. Screw it, I'm canceling my season tickets. Oh, they brought in Ice Girls. Screw it, I'm canceling my. Yeah, I mean, there's always something. So. Who knows? It'll be that thing of they'll go through it this season. Everybody will get used to it. They'll develop their network of friends. They'll do whatever they do, and they'll just move on.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this all works out, because I think they still have some little kinks to take care of for sure.
Yep. And who did you Sleepy Mofo? No, I'm sorry, Sleepy Mofo. I'm having a hard time keeping up. I like keeping that memento. I'm assuming he's talking about the ticket stuff. Dude, I couldn't agree with you more. There's an entire website based on it called that'smyticket.com, where it centers around the idea of framing your ticket along with, say, a photo or a puck or some other item of merch. Like, how cool wouldn't it be kind of groovy, Rocket, if you had the ticket and the puck that you got drilled with in a little frame from the game against Vancouver? I mean, wouldn't that be cool?
I think I might actually have both still. I think I might have that ticket stub.
Well, see, there you go. I mean, that would be so cool. It'd be the ticket stub, the picture of her holding the puck, and then the actual puck in a nice small frame. That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that would be awesome. Yep. I would love to get a ton of pucks at the Shark store tomorrow, because that would be amazing. Because, after all, there's, one of the things I collect is pucks.
Is that why you're called Puck Guy 14?
That's part of the reason.
Well, unfortunately, he had another nickname. It was F Guy 14, but
Oh my god.
Well, he had to disable that account though, right?
yeah, that was his cam name.
Well, that explains all the open tabs.
Wow.
Meme that, folks. Meme it.
Or not in just
We're never gonna let this go. This isn't Frozen.
no. Oh wow. Wow.
Oh, Chivo, you better update that South Park graphic.
Or not. Wow. Thanks, Jess. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right. All right. Anything else, guys? In Rocky?
I like Nick's question in the chat.
Yep.
Could the Sharks be like the Wings? Maybe like 15 straight playoff appearances, like to keep adding little pieces. Yeah, as long as we don't end up with a brand new arena. I'm pretty happy with the one we have right now, guys.
I don't think that will ever happen because we're not putting our older players on these ridiculously long contracts and then regretting it later on. I think we're normally smart with our money, but unfortunately, we don't have the cups to really back it up.
So, Gentry, you're telling me that Darren Helm is not worth a 5-year extension?
No. Hot take.
It is Hot Take Tuesday.
No, but honest, and look at it like this, because they don't even have the room to sign Andreas Athanasiou. And that's
They don't even have the draft picks to send an offer sheet, though, is the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Who was it? Chivo saying, "Aren't we getting a new arena? It's Chase Center." No, they aren't playing there. Maybe they'll have a preseason game there, but not anything else. Felix in the chat: do the Sharks do anything big before or at the deadline? They have the money to do so.
Yeah, we're gonna get Ovechkin.
Yes, yes, for a 7th round pick.
No.
Hey, I'm
7th round pick.
Are you ready for my?
Well, so here's.
Anybody got a Sharkarita handy?
Are you ready for my? Are you ready for my deadline project?
Oh my god.
Are you ready for this? Because I think
Welcome.
I'm gonna beat this dead horse because this was the talk about for like 5 seasons ago. But I think the Sharks will go after Rick Nash.
Oh no!
Wasting away again in Sharkaritaville.
Coming up next on TealTownUSA.com, it's Weekend at AJ's.
Barney Lane.
Oh my god!
And actually, yes, I actually have worn flip flops to a Sharks playoff game.
I want those. What are those things called? Those summer skates.
Summer skate.
Oh, now you guys want summer skates. I've been asking you all summer.
I didn't have the glasses, bro.
Yeah, all summer.
Now we have the glasses for him.
Randall's got a good one. Maybe Kyle Okposo.
What did you call me?
Kyle Okposo? Maybe.
I don't think so, only because he recently just signed long-term in Buffalo.
But did he sign long term with a no movement clause?
Now that is a great question. Research.
Because Bo Horvat just signed, and he doesn't have a no movement clause.
Hey now.
Well, I mean, I don't know. If you ask me, I mean, whether there's a no move or not, I don't know. I feel like Kyle Okposo is a part of the solution over there. You know.
Oh, yeah, that is the catch. Okposo does have a no move.
No, well, there you go.
He does have a 15-team no trade list though, and starting the following season.
Yep. Let's see here. Oh my god, I can't believe you actually have a Hawaiian shirt. This is a Sharks Hawaiian shirt. Hello. Check the check the logo. I want AJ's Sharks Converse. Yes. You can find those. They're they're all over the web. What was the other thing on here? somebody asked something interesting, and now I can't find it because people are just blowing through here. So
That's right, because people love us. If you haven't already, subscribe down below. 24 people watching this. That's just insane.
Oh, did the Sharks do anything big before or at the trade deadline from Philly? Oh, let me guess. You guys already kicked that when I was getting a beer. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? I say they do just based on history. Wilson has the money, and you have to make a big splash to replace Thornton.
That's true. Very true. Very true. Very true.
Randall Hahn getting a little too personal in the chat. You just need to, you know.
Whoa. Hey now. Wow. Okay.
See, Tracy's saying, did you guys know Alex Ovechkin's favorite team growing up was San Jose? Did
Yes.
I say Alex Ovechkin was getting traded this season? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I didn't say it wasn't to the Sharks.
Yeah, and all we
I
need
wouldn't be super mad about
and all we need to give up to get Ovechkin would probably be like Hurdle and Taylor Doherty, according to NHL.com's, top prospects for the Sharks, because they never update that. And a 4th round pick.
Oh,
Well, so I have a question for you, Gentry. So earlier you said that we could get Ovechkin for a 7th. Now, if San Jose's 7th goes to a different team, does it still have that Joe Pavelski potential magic voodoo in it, or does that go away?
No, it goes away because we're only allowed to get the 7th round steals. Like it's unwritten. It's a written, it's kind of like the yin and yang of it. It's like we cannot draft all class defensemen in the first 2 rounds, but we can draft really good, potential like Pavelski like guys in the 7th. Like that's just how we operate. That's our lot in life. For all your Pat Falloons, but you'll get maybe a Justin Braun here and there and a Matt Irwin.
Okay.
I have
Yes.
a question for the room.
Oh, boy.
We know that there's probably going to be a move. Is there a single player? Is there one player like if the Shark? Because we all know that there was a lot of words spoken about Rafi Torres. Is there a player right now that if the Sharks traded for, you'd be like, oh, God damn it, I hate that guy?
Yes.
I know who she's going to say.
Go for it, Rock.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Well, let her rip.
Number 1, Tyler Bertuzzi, because he's the bum.
Yep.
Number 2, Brian Reeves, because he's a bum.
Ryan Reeves. Yes.
Okay. And of course, Dustin Brown being brought up immediately in the chat, of
That's
course.
very true.
You know who mine is? Alexander Burrows.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good one. I could definitely...
Preferably because I like my hockey players to actually have fingers when they're playing.
Hey-oh.
So
Then
yes,
why did we
don't-
keep Adam Bursch for so long?
Yeah, and I guess we don't want Mark Mathot. Darn.
Yeah. Or Johnny Gaudreau.
No. Burrows
Or Brendan
actually
Gallagher.
chews fingers. Yeah, Chester Chivo, anyone on Vancouver. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Horvat.
Oh,
I don't know.
Horvat. I wouldn't mind.
Vancouver's got some good ones.
Well,
Vancouver
yeah,
has some
okay.
good
Bo Horvat, and of course Vertinen, just so he can run around going, Vertinen!
No, not really.
And the
We
28
can do better.
2018 Calder Trophy winner Brock Besser. Anybody?
Yes, I know. But again, we go back to it's like I had Burrows.
Goldobin?
I had Burrows. But I had Burrows. Rocket had her too. We've seen Dustin Brown in the. Who else? Who else is like the one guy if they took you'd be like, God damn it! And you can't go with Niemi. You can't go with somebody who's already been on the team.
Mm.
This what the Sharks got.
I think I would.
Had
quit.
he not retired, I would have said Shane Doan.
Oh.
I mean, as much as I like Shane Doan, I just feel like those rumors of him coming to the Sharks were way too prevalent.
Nieto.
Long Beach native. Long Beach native.
No, do the 1-900
Oh
hockey
my
spiel.
God.
That's so great.
Jessica wants Puck Guy to do it, but I don't know what it is.
Oh,
Oh,
You guys know
Do
what it.
He wants. He won't. We all know what it means. He's gonna float too. He's gonna do it. He's all.
I just want to. All I want to hear.
What?
All I want to
Go
hear
see a
is.
movie, Eric.
And Matt Nieto's from Long Beach, California.
Do you like international boys?
Oh my god!
Wow.
I cannot believe you got through that without like cracking.
Oh, yeah,
Like-
I had to
it's like
practice that.
17 takes.
But you know what though is like I don't think that anybody's actually heard it outside of us.
Oh,
Like I
That's
don't think
true.
we've
I don't
actually
think
ever done
there's-
anything with that audio.
I think there's been like a little bit of an intro prior to the technologist, but I think that's it.
I
Yeah.
think that was the intro for like one of the earliest
a
episodes.
couple
Yeah.
of them.
But it wasn't the entire thing.
True.
Because the entire thing is like I think it's like a minute long.
Oh, Jessica says that somebody said Vancouver.
Oh,
Ah.
Did somebody say Vancouver?
I didn't get fast enough.
Brock Besser down the wing, score!
Screws.
Are you guys? Have you guys been impressed with the amount of actual Sharks talk that has been on the radio the last couple of days?
Yes.
What Sharks Chalk?
Yes.
So, like, Couture was on Live 105 this morning, and yesterday's, like, so Damon Bruce was on, Ruzanowski was on with Damon Bruce, and then today somebody went on KMBR with the afternoon show. Like, the fact that, now, granted, it's kind of like, yeah, okay, well, it's cute because why are they talking about it? Well, let's see. Baseball season, went like a fart in an elevator. The 49ers suck. David Carr just went out for the Raiders. Their season's about to spiral down the tubes. So really, it's kind of like, well, we literally have nothing to talk about until game one for the Warriors. So let's, talk a little bit of Sharks before the Warriors start. And then, of course, we'll ignore the Sharks until they perhaps make the playoffs. But, hey, at least they threw it in there. What are you going to do?
I appreciate that they finally are acknowledging that they have a professional hockey team for the first time in 27 years. This early in the season, I should say.
Oh, no, they've done this before. Like I said, they do it right when the season starts, and then they forget about them until April.
True.
You know?
But that's where we come in, folks. We'll be here after every game. You like that segue? You like that?
Segue king right there.
Oh. Yes, we'll be here for after every hockey game, even if it means that I'm half awake and the only one doing it. There will be a post-game show talking about your favorite and my favorite team of mine, your San Jose Sharks.
I totally thought he was going Winnipeg Jets there.
Had me fooled.
So my prediction, or most hated player that I hated to see traded to the Sharks, would be Kevin Bieksa. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, remember when he was house shopping here? That was awful.
Remember when the deal was done and that we were sending 2 second-round picks to Vancouver?
I remember that.
As much hate as Paul Martin gets, he's not worse than Kevin Bieksa.
True.
Dude, like pretty much any Vancouver player from 2011, I'd be having.
Oh wait, no, I take mine back.
What?
Dion Phaneuf.
Is he still playing right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does anybody know for who?
Ottawa.
Ottawa.
Oh,
But
that's
that
right.
means we could see his wife, Alicia Cuthbert. No relation to Chris.
You know what? That's.
Hey now.
But yeah, Puck. I gotta say he doesn't happen often. He brings up a good point.
That's right. Every now and then.
As long as we don't get Mike Fisher, I don't want his wife anywhere near the Sharks.
What?
Mike Fisher retired.
Well,
What?
Even still,
The problem is that I don't.
it was
Here's the
straight
thing.
Patrick Marleau, Brody Brazil right
Yes.
there. What? What?
I couldn't do that because I don't want Carrie Underwood to take a Louisville Slugger to both of my headlights and then slash 4 tires. That's all that's done.
Wow.
Nice.
Dango pointing out though that is Avery's sloppy seconds.
Ooh.
Well, his loss.
That's
Oh,
also Puck Guy's second cam account.
Oh
stalking
my
segment.
god.
one for Grinder, one for Tinder.
Screw this. I'm gonna go 13.
Screw you guys. I'm going in.
Fuck you. Is this the one that wants to impersonate Cartman? Or are you gonna put on a King's jersey while you're at it too?
Oh, okay. I have a good question. I have a good. Well, screw you guys. I don't want to
Go
do the
ahead,
show
Jen.
anyway.
Go ahead, Chen.
Okay, here's a bold predictions for the Sharks game tomorrow.
Oh, for tomorrow.
And it can't be that Nolan Patrick is going to get his first career goal because
Well,
I already
that's a given.
that's a guarantee. Bold predictions for tomorrow's game, like something completely out of the blue. Like, so I want to hear that.
Sharks win.
Oh.
Too soon?
Ouch.
My bold prediction.
No. Sharks. My bold prediction for who are we playing the Flyers? Sharks scored 2 power play goals.
What?
2 power play goals tomorrow.
What?
Ooh, that's a good one because we know it's never going to happen.
Fuck you.
My bold prediction for tomorrow's game is that Wayne Simmons ends up eating way too much red sauce, and nobody wants to sit next to him on the flight back to Philadelphia.
Ooh, that's a good one.
They're all gonna say it should have been orange sauce.
Did I say red sauce?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I don't eat the orange sauce. I'm a green sauce person. I'm like the only person that goes to Lovix for the green sauce. I'm sorry.
The green sauce is good too.
It's okay, but it's not.
But it's got
orange.
guac in it, Eric.
It does not. And it's
Yeah.
something.
Chester Chiba really going out on a limb, saying the Sharks win 6-2 with double hat tricks from Martin Jones.
I'm all right with this.
What?
In the words of Rocket Backhander, keep talking, baby.
I got.
Go ahead, Trick.
I think that. Let's see. AJ, you're going to the game tomorrow, right?
Yes.
I think
Oh
that.
shit! Here we go.
I think that right as you're sitting down into your seat, Bodker is going to score,
Oh,
and you're gonna have to stand your ass back up and clap for it.
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough when I have 2 beers, but sure. Clank, 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 clank.
We'll have to work out a
We
wager.
need to
for
get
that.
AJ a beer helmet so he can hold
Yes.
the beer.
Oh my God! Did you guys
Yes.
see
I
that?
saw the Vegas night beer helmet
The no. Did you see that? Yeah, on the guy's jersey.
on the guy's shirt. Yeah.
What?
Okay, so I tweeted. I swear to God, I thought I had tweeted this out.
You
Somebody,
did. You did.
somebody, hold on. Somebody, fetch me my timeline. Oh my God, this was spectacular. Okay, move on to somebody else, and I will find this and get back to you.
All right, I'll go, and I will say that. Let's go with Timo Meyer with 2 goals tomorrow night.
Hey, maybe Timo Meyer with a 10-minute and a match penalty. Why not? It's still early in the season. It could happen.
All right, check this out, kids. This dude, I mean, this is some next level shit. This guy should be working for the space program. Look at this. He figured out a way and put like beer cans on the side of the helmets. If you look close, there's like a red straw going from the mouth of the helmet up around to the back and going into these 2 cans on the side.
That is.
Well, I guess they are living up to their name, the Drunken Knights.
Dude,
Yay!
that's just so inventive, so glorious. Good on you, dude. You're my hero. You're my spirit animal.
I'm just trying to figure out what kind of jersey that was, because that did not look like an Adidas one.
Must be fanatics.
Well, yeah. Yep. All right.
Goudreau scores 2 goals to rub it in DeBoer's face. Ha.
Oh.
Yeah, and he still gets benched for the entire 3rd period.
You're not getting a chance for the 3rd. In the 3rd. Oh, we've lost our minds. All right, so let's go Cup final predictions. Gentry already.
Cup final.
Yes.
All right.
Holy
I
hell.
already said mine.
Yeah, Gentry already said Dallas over Carolina. Rock.
I'm gonna go. Oh.
Right?
Okay. So I'm trying to dial in my Western Conference pick here. Okay. Yeah, why not? It's gonna be the West Side Story Stanley Cup Final. The Jets and the Sharks. The Sharks in 6.
When did the Jets move to the East, though?
Gosh darn it! Never mind.
Should we go Final Four then?
Yeah, so, go Final Four. So, Rocket, you'll have Sharks and Jets in the
Sharks
West.
and Jets, and then who's I don't know, something really dumb like the Hurricanes. Can I do that?
Wow.
Are
Where's
they,
Drew Weber when you need him?
that's why I had to shout out to Drew. And then I don't know, Buffalo.
Oh, so Carolina and Buffalo in the Eastern Final. All right.
Hey now.
Mr. Jerk.
In my final four, we are going to have the East. It's going to be the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Pittsburgh Penguins. And in the West, it's going to be the Nashville Predators and the Edmonton Oilers.
No way. Preds are on that hangover trip still. They got Ellis isn't even going to be back in the lineup for another month. Like, there's no way, but they're not going to get healthy.
But they also didn't have Ryan Johansson for the entire final and still held their head above water for 6 games.
Yeah, but their power play unit is severely deconstructed. But if they don't get it into, it's not looking good for them.
I'm optimistic.
Okay, you be optimistic.
Cautiously
All the way on the
optimistic,
other side of
baby.
the country. Meanwhile, I'm like in the same zip code as that dumb arena.
I was going to say, you have your finger on the pulse of that city.
Oh yeah. Oh
I don't know
yeah.
if it's on the pulse, but it's on something.
Jessica in the chat lighting up Jerk saying, of course, he picks the Pens. That's his secondary team.
It is. That's
Oh,
true.
boy.
Sleeping Mofo, I can see Hockey Jerk drafting all the Pens on his fantasy team.
Oh, wow.
As long as they're all named Alexander.
No,
Uh,
all your Alexanders belong to me.
so, Jen, you did say Carolina and Dallas. Who were the teams that they defeated in the conference final?
It would be a stunning upset for the Carolina Hurricanes as they beat the Pittsburgh Penguins after Matt Murray gets injured in Game 1, and they have to rely on the goaltending of Antti Niemi, who then gives up 5 goals in the third period, and they get swept that Eastern Conference round.
As far-fetched as that sounds, it might actually happen since it's Nemo.
I was going to say, Gentry, of all of the crazy things we've said, that's probably the most believable.
And then for the Dallas, I think that they will end up probably beating Edmonton, and it's going to go 7 games. But I think the physicality, I think, will be more on Dallas's side as opposed to, Edmonton. Because who do they got? They got Lucic. That's it. But on Dallas, you got Hansel and you've got Jamie Benn that can lay down the checks. And I think Alexander Radulov will win it's either going to be Ben Bishop that gets the Conn Smythe, or it's going to be Alexander Radulov.
Interesting.
That's a good point, just because, we saw last year in the playoffs, Edmonton was very flashy, very skilled, but the Ducks' physicality ended up wearing them down.
Mm-hmm. I know. I've done my hockey research.
It's almost like you belong on the podcast. It's almost like you. It's almost like you know.
I like that. I'm
Yeah.
hoping that this is the season where I get promoted from the 4th line to the 3rd line at least.
Well, it's on your side because, the prereq of being here clearly isn't the ability to have, a face.
Wow.
You know how I feel about that.
I just imagine Jerk right now. He's other than his computer screen, he's got like an organ in the background, and he wears like a Phantom mask, and he's just sitting there going.
He's actually playing Mikey Day's organ at SAP.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, he's not doing that. He's got the half a mask, and he's just dun 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 dun.
Oh my God, AJ, your conference final.
Let's see. In the West, I got Vegas over Colorado.
What?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You know what? In the East, you guys.
I don't think there's a team called that.
Yeah, I know you're gonna think I'm nuts, and I'm just doing this for shits and giggles. I don't care. It's just for what I want to see happen. So I'm going Maple Leafs over the Blue Jackets in the East, just because it's fun. And in the West, it's going to be Oilers over Dallas. Hitchcock is going to bring the magic back.
Puck guy sighing because nobody gave the Jets or the Wild any love.
No, Rocket did. No,
Dude, I said the Golden Knights, man. What are you talking about?
I said they were going to change the rules so that the Sharks and the Jets could go all the way to the finals, because then it would be the West Side Story SDF.
Dude, how great would Sharks versus Leafs in the Cup be?
well,
I
thanks for
couldn't
stealing
see-
my thunder, AJ.
I
Oh,
couldn't.
sorry.
Only if the Leafs for one game bring back Vesa Toskala.
Celebrity backup goalie.
Yeah. They'll play beer pong rules where it's like celebrity shot at the goal. And then Vesa Toskala will let in a 200-foot shot. Because it will be bouncing into the net.
Yes.
And for those of you who don't give a shit, the Yankees just beat the Twins 8-4.
And
Sorry, I don't watch
one
billiards.
cares. I don't watch billiards. I'm sorry, I don't watch darts.
I'm not into cheerleading.
124. Isn't that what they do in darts? You have the over exuberant announcer counting up the points.
You know the
Just
best
keep in the chat. Oh, good for them.
the best part of this is that when we talked about like having a little fun tonight, begrudgingly, Putt Guy and Gentry came on, but I'm so tired and blah blah blah, and it's okay. I can't go late, man. I go okay, like till 8:30. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
we're just going past 9, and Putt Guy and Gentry does. Dude, who's on your fantasy team? Because I'm taking this guy and this guy, and
See, when you get us going, you just get us going.
this is what I'm saying.
I'm just waiting for my Safeway brand nighttime.
No, dude, I get it. It's like me and like I'll just have one beer. I get it.
Yes,
I just need one more teal scarf. That's all I need. Just one.
Right?
I don't have the shade. I
One
need
more
all of
Sharks
them.
hat and hoodie. That's all I need.
Yeah, AJ, you need one more quarter zip.
This is all I'm
sweatshirt.
saying.
Just one.
That's all I'm
Just one
saying.
more.
Excuse me while I try to sneak that last second sale at shop.nhl.com for 20% off. So for me, the Sharks will defeat the Nashville Predators in the Western Conference Final. Yes, so Rocket will be going to all 6 games of that series.
Quick question. How
Sneaking
many?
into Dylan's bag each time.
Hold on. Now here's another question that you're gonna ask. If it's gonna be the Sharks and Preds in the Western Conference Final, how many game-winning goals will be disallowed because of some bull crap?
At least one in every game.
Thank you very much. There will be 3 disallowed goals, and all of them will be on Joe.
Pavelski. Yes.
Yes. In the East, Toronto upsets Washington in the Eastern Conference Final.
And in that one, Ovechkin will be given 2 goals just because he's Ovechkin.
Yeah.
1.5.
But yeah, that's my prediction. It's Sharks and Leafs. Sharks winning in 7, much to the dismay of Patrick Marlowe, who they'll, of course, have the zoom in shot and see him tearing up as he's.
No, you're mistaken right there. I call bullcrap on that. Patrick Marlowe will show no emotion.
All right, which one of you guys moved your mic, man? Because now I hear vibration.
Is it those good vibrations?
No, okay, whatever it is, somebody cleared it up. I like Rob Ivan saying, "Fact or fiction? Red Wings clean house this season. They got a brand new house. How much do they have to clean it?"
Wow.
Okay, somebody's vibrating again.
Sorry, that's probably Putt Guy. His camera.
I haven't
started
touched-
just
No, it's
going-
totally me. It's because like I can't leave the mic on the same platform that my laptop is because it picks up the fan.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
yep, that would do
big
it.
deal.
And yet you blame me.
AJ, you ignorant slut.
Thank you, Rocket. Well, I'm gonna make a guarantee prediction. This is gonna happen. Yes, folks, get ready for this. I'm gonna say tomorrow night, when you enter the Shark Tank, you are going to
Have a
see
problem
us.
with your digital ticket.
Oh,
And
I
you're
kid, I kid.
And the first thing you say is, "Where's the black armor?"
oh, shut up.
Are you guys gonna have the gray jerseys this year?
Yeah, my bold prediction is the Sharks don't play in a black jersey this entire season.
Oh,
Ooh.
way to go on that one.
Yeah. All right. What's your deal about coming into the tank tomorrow?
I say you're gonna come and see us at the Tweeter tomorrow.
Yeah, I was starting to wonder what happened to the graphics because your lower third disappeared hours ago.
Oh, it's been there. So-
Unfortunately, guys, there will be no buttons at this tweet up.
yes, no.
Oh, dude, Gen X is going to be so pissed.
I'm broken.
Well, if Gen X were to actually show up for this thing tomorrow, I will go get him a button.
And if you get there early enough tomorrow, remember, there's a street rally that starts at 5. So if you see us out there, by all means, wave.
Wave, say hi, take selfies. We're good. We're nice people.
Well,
We're
let's not go crazy.
Mostly.
But yes, we will have our annual traditional opening night Sharks tweet up at the Sharks.
Sleepy Mofo nailing it. Are you guys doing a pregame show in addition to postgame tomorrow, or is this the pregame show? You nailed it. This is it.
This is it. This is it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what you don't pay for. So
Right?
if you want good content, join the Athletic. If you if you want fun and if you
Oh,
don't
boy.
want to pay for it,
Then you're stuck with us.
then you're stuck with us. Because guess what? We're the only game in town, folks.
Oh man. Oh.
We're like PG&E. We're all you got.
It's. I was about to say that our new moniker should be the Athletic or GTFO. You're welcome.
Our new sponsorship by Great Western Bank will always be there for you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, if you don't know what we're talking about, you gotta go back a few episodes.
A
Oh,
few, like a whole year.
Yeah, or just do some history and watch some old games and look at the boards at SAP Center.
Hey, and also check Teal Town USA today. We updated the visitors guide. So if you're new, if you're coming in for your first Sharks game or your second one and you didn't really check out anything the first time you were here, hello, Nick Tepitz. By all means, check out the visitors guide. Recently updated on tealtownusa.com, and there was another post put up there today. 5 things to look for this season. So check it out. tealtownusa.com. Also known as Hockey BuzzFeed, evidently, with the top 5 list.
hey, I don't forget to check out our previous interviews with Randy Hahn, Dan Ruzanowski, our previews with Brody Brazil and Kevin Kurz. Gentry, you were about to say something. I'm sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dan Boyle again denied my request for an interview with him. I tried everything. I tried cornering him at the bathroom at Sharks Ice. I have, tried everything. Dressing up as the mailman. Unfortunately, he still has denied the request for an interview. So I don't know what else to do. I'm running out of content. But I am going to make one bold prediction for tomorrow. Aaron Dell gets the start in net.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my bold prediction for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Just think, guys. If you were to watch us on the televisions and all of a sudden you hear this theme, and it turns out it's all of us.
That would have been really good if we'd actually been able to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not as special as you guys. You're fancy little.
I do like how someone stole my graphic and posted it in the Sharks group chat or on the group Facebook page. That's awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one that says "Stay in your seat."
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
That's funny.
Sleepy Mofo with, are you playing your music on AOL?
Oh my god.
And this poor bastard on here. Still interested in selling, worn only once, excellent condition, paid $200 for a black Pavelski jersey replica. They want $200 for it.
$200 for a replica?
Yeah.
It's been worn?
Worn once.
I don't care. It's been worn.
Yeah, I
You
know.
can't you can't undo armpit.
But what I think is so funny, though, is that I literally saw a black Pavelski on, replica on OfferUp for $100. Yes, I mean she's saying paid $200, so she's not saying what she's looking for. I still get a kick. Let me see. Oh, hoping $90. Okay, you know what? Now I don't have a problem with this chick. Yeah, that's fair.
Doable.
That's fair.
That's very doable, especially since the authentic Adidas jerseys are at $180. So yeah. I think we're done, guys.
No, it's Fantasy Hour. It's after dark. It's going to be Fantasy Hour right after this. So
I almost feel like I want like an authentic black one now. Now that I can't get one, typical guy. Now that you tell me I can't have it, I want it. I didn't want it when it was available, but now you tell me I can't have it.
What the hell's wrong with you? Come on.
Oh, AJ,
slut.
You up? I happen to have one.
An authentic?
Yep.
Yeah, but you're not willing to part with it.
I'll trade you for it.
And what size?
56 plus or 58 plus.
Oh, dude, no. All right, bring it tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
We almost have a trade to announce. There we go. Nice.
Oh, how lovely.
Great.
Anyhow.
Will always be there. Yeah.
Will always be. It's the new. That's Teal 10 USA's new sponsor for this year.
How do you like my new lower third? Hey now.
Oh, help us all.
Oh, I knew Jerk would like that one.
You can find me on AOL Instant Messenger at HockeyJerk69.
Wow. Wow.
Oh God.
With that, let's get out of here. Final thoughts. Tell everybody where they can find you on the Twitter machine, Miss Rocket.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Ms. Rocket Backhander. I'm reporting from Nashville, Tennessee, on all things Shark and Teal related. You can find me fighting the hiccups tonight. You can also check me out on Twitter, Rocket Backhander. That's R Backhander76, or check me out on Instagram, also fighting the hiccups. Check me out on Instagram, Rocket Backhander, one word.
Excellent. Thank you, my dear. Great to hear from you. Mr. Jerk, you'll always be there for us. But where can everybody else find you so they can always be there with you?
You can follow me on Twitter at hockey_jerk, presented by Great Western Bank. We'll always be there for you. To view my tweets, it's a special opening night sale. It's only $15.94 to view my tweets.
That's 30% off, people.
And then a flat $17 per month to interact with my tweets. That includes likes, retweets. You can quote tweets.
But the big question, big money question: Does that include sliding into your DMs?
Oh,
Or is that a premium?
well, see, now when you pay the $17 discounted price only for tomorrow, you pay the $17. The interactions you are able to slide into the DMs, but it's an extra $3.99 if you want your DMs to have vowels.
Nice. And just to let you know, Chester Chivo wondering if you have a Groupon or coupon code to offer right now.
Yeah, if you go to Hockey Jerk, you go to hockeyjerk.web.
If you go to jerkinthejerk.web right now,
Jerk
Yeah,
store.
you go to hockeyjerk.net or to any of your local jerk stores and you use the coupon code. We have two, bad and feel bad gets you $1 off, and then
third-
Great Western
third one, hot
and
vodka.
the other code, Great Western Bank, no vowels though. That'll get you an extra day.
Wait. What?
Chester Chivo wondering how many screenshots of nothing but a black screen he'll receive a month.
Oh, on the daily, my dude, on the daily.
Wait. You said how much for vowels?
$3.99.
So if you have,
Well, how much did you have to pay for Val's Wheel of Fortune, boy?
Oh!
Chester Chivo says it's a good deal, and you know what? It is a good deal. That's only for tomorrow, because if you wait an extra day, it's back to $21.95 to interact with my tweets.
And you don't want to pass up this golden opportunity.
Call now.
And he'll only be holding the sale when Bodker scores, so you never know. This may never happen again.
Every time Bodker scores, the price goes up.
This is true. Yes. I've talked with my agent. I've talked with my people. And fun little tidbit for you guys. All of you get a free month subscription. Just for being my friends. So there you go.
Does that include vowels?
Yes. Though the only thing with vowels is they only work weeknights and every third Sunday.
Oh.
So it's like a cellular company from the mid-90s.
Yes. Sleepy Mofo says if he buys two, can he get the third one for free? You can, but if you cancel, then we take the free one away.
Oh,
I miss sound effects on this thing.
Can somebody else say their final thoughts?
Well, you're on a roll, Mus. So, AJ, where can people find you? And good luck topping that.
I'm not trying to top it. Holy crap. That was well done. You prick. AJ_strong on the Twitter, on the Instagram. We'll be at the street rally, the opening street rally tomorrow, 5 o'clock. And, of course, what is it? The tweet up at pregame, tweet up at intermission, all that good stuff. And don't forget, we recently put out the Pucknologist with Brody Brazil. First episode of 1718. Put the Shark season preview. Just going to let you know, spoiler alert, during the show, Brody does find out that Marlowe is no longer a shark. It's kind of cool. And so you look forward to the first episode of the Pucknologists, sometime before the game against Buffalo? So sometime next week, somewhere up in there. So look for that, and then catch you tomorrow night checking in after the game.
Mm-hmm. Nuts, bro. Where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter atjalexander46. Instagram still the same,jalexander46, pretty much. You can also find me located in Dan Boyle's trash can, taking pictures, and overall just building a monument to his magnificence, because Dan Boyle is God, and we should all accept it. Accept it.
Chester Chivo wanting to know if Hockey Jerk accepts PayPal. No, but he does take Bitcoin.
Yes, Bitcoin, new to this season, still trying to work out PayPal. I don't know. See, the problem is when I was at Teal 10 USA headquarters, the Wi-Fi that Puckeye pays for was overloaded with a bunch of tabs, so we couldn't work out PayPal.
Oh, you know what? We're not going to get away with this shit during the regular season because people that don't know us are going to be watching. And they're going to be going, what in the hell are these guys talking about?
Might as well get it all out of our system now.
Preseason.
I love you all. You can reach me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, AOL Instant Messenger, since everybody wants me to be on there again, at PuckGuy14.
Not the F Guy 14.
Yes.
That is another profile altogether.
Absolutely, and not me, contrary to popular belief. To these freaking hosers that I call my friends who run the show together. All right, so with that being said, for AJ, for Rocket, for Gentry, for Hockey Jerk and his special Twitter account deal, and for Rocket's Hiccups, I am Eric Curry. You can follow me on Twitter at PuckGuy14. We will talk to you following. Actually, no, I'm not going to say it. At 3 a.m. tonight, we will have Jersey Jargon on the Teal Town USA account. So look for that on the Periscope. And then after the Sharks game, we are your only post-game show tomorrow night because the game will be on NBCSN. So Landy will be in charge. Big Rocket will be with us as well. And yep, you're going to try. And it'll be AJ, Gentry, myself, and Mr. Tolanek, Kevin Lacey, on the show, checking in from the Shark Tank following a very delayed start because it is on NBCSN. You're welcome, Landy, for that reference. But until then, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal. It's hockey season. Yeah!
Buy my tweets. Buy my tweets.
By my way.